the location of IIT Tirupati, we're very fortunate to get this beautiful site, a 548-acre site on which we are setting up our campus. We are closer to Srikalahasti. The campus, the main railway junction in this area is Renugunda Railway Junction, and we are only about 14 kilometers from the Renugunda Railway Junction. The airport, Tirupati Airport, is just located about 12 kilometers from our campus, and it's an airport that is expanding. The plans are to make it an international airport. And the Tirupati town, so when our permanent campus, we move all our operations. As I told you already, the students are living there. The classes are happening in the permanent campus. So a lot of the focus is shifting to permanent campus. But initially, we started off from a temporary campus. We hired a building from an engineering college on the Tirupati Renugunda Road, which is about 7 kilometers from Tirupati town, about 3 kilometers from the Renugunda Junction. And right now, many of the faculty members still sit in the temporary campus and the administration of temporary campus, but the students are all in the permanent campus. So that way we're very well connected. Renugunda Junction has about 65 to 70 express trains. I'm talking in general. Today, because of the pandemic situation, there are a lot of trains have been cancelled, but we'll get back to normalcy. Before the pandemic situation, those I'm talking about, there were so many trains. This is the temporary campus building that we have set up. The mountain you see at the background is the Tirumala Hills mountain, where the temple is, famous temple is. And what we did is, in 2015, we hired this building, completely renovated it, and set up our undergraduate labs, classrooms, library. So all the pictures you see below is what we quickly modified, renovated this whole building and got it ready to get started off. So this is the plan of our 248-acre campus that we are building on. The campus is, there's a national highway that is going past our campus. And about 18 acres of land is on the other side of the national highway, and about 530 acres is to the west of the national highway. And to the west of the campus is a mountain range. So we have a beautiful mountain backdrop. So the plan is, in the 18 acres on the other side of the highway, we're going to create a research park. So we have set it up to create a research park. So it's a pretty reasonable size land to set up to give you a reference. The IIT Madras Research Park, which is probably the biggest research park, academic research park in the country, is on 12 acres. So we have set aside about 18 acres. We are putting an underpass to connect up the two campuses. So what we did is, as soon as the academic session started, we wanted to start creating infrastructure on campus. So we built what we call a transit campus. But transit campus is part of the permanent campus. And this is at the if you see the left corner, bottom corner of the campus demarcation, that's where we built our transit campus. I will give you more details. The master plan we have prepared a master plan for the campus. In fact, the first thing we did as soon as we got the campus to do an ecology report on the campus. We hired an ecology company to come and map the whole campus, flora, fauna, because we border a national forest. So the back of us is a national forest. And we got a master plan done for the long-term plan of 12,000 students. This may, to give you a reference, the IITs that started in 1950s and early 60s, they are at now about 10 to 12,000 students. So we hope to reach there in probably 25, 30 years. What took them about 60 to 70 years. Of course, because based on the lessons we have learned on how the first generation, second generation IITs have been set up, I think we can go on a much faster trajectory. So what you see here is a plan that has been done for a 12,000 student campus. We have the academic zone, we have the student hostel zone, and then we have the residential zone. What we are building immediately, what you see in white color on the screen, what you see on the yellow color on the left bottom is what we have already built. What you see in yellow color is what we are building right now. This construction is under progress. We are building I will explain to you what we're building. So the master plan is for 12,000 students. Phase 1 up to 2024, a full-fledged campus in all respect of 2,500 students. But by 2022, we would have a reasonably completed campus where all operations will be happening on the permanent campus, which will cater to at least 1,200 students and about 100 to 120 faculty members. So we are bringing in a lot of sustainable construction practices, a lot of smart, we're trying to build a smart campus. This is what we had already built and fully operational, as I told you, is we have 2 laboratory buildings, which are housing currently the laboratory, electrical engineering and workshop. We have a classroom building. We have a dining facility, which caters to about daily 400 students at a time. And we have built now we have built the 6th hostel is also ready. This picture is the original concept that we had prepared. And an indoor stadium with shuttle courts and gym, and an outdoor stadium along with tennis courts, volleyball courts, so the sports facilities. All these are fully functional in the permanent campus from 2018-19. And we've used a number of sustainable technologies in building this. We're sort of a showcase campus in sustainable technologies. So this is the campus that has been built and fully operational. But this picture is about more than about a year old. So we have new hostels that we have added. So these are some of the hostel buildings that we built. We have also generating solar power on the rooftop of our laboratory buildings. So we are able to accommodate nearly 1,000 students on campus right now in terms of the hostel facilities. The laboratories we have built this pre-engineered buildings because we can build them very fast. We have brought in a number of new innovations like polished concrete flooring, no tiles. We polish the concrete to mirror finish. We have solar rooftop. We're using 48-volt DC fittings in all our hostels. So considerable energy saving. Solar power is generated solar. So as DC, we use that directly. So all the, if you go to hostels and the classroom building, all the lighting, fans, everything work on 48-volt DC. And of course, initiatives like sustainable thing. So in recognition of what we have done, we have got a couple of awards for sustainability. The Griha Award, one of the most prestigious sustainability awards in the country. HUDCO has given us this award for sustainable construction. And in our first year of operation, we got the Swachh Campus Award. The government of India is now promoting the Swachh movement all over the country and even for campuses. And within the first year of operation, we were ranked number 6 in the country. About 2,500 institutions participated, and we were ranked 6. So these are some of the labs that we have already set up, fully operational for 2 years, more than 2 years now. This is only representative. We have many more labs that are operational. And in the next stage that we are building, the contract that we awarded, about 600 crores, which is in full, in spite of the pandemic and in spite of a lot of economic activity coming to a stop all over the country, and a lot of construction sites have put on hold. We have gone ahead with not to stop the construction. We initiated it quickly. We right now have about 800 to 900 workers working on our construction site. So these are some of the buildings that are coming up. The building that you see in the foreground with the flag will be our administrative building. Then we're building a classroom complex, 2 department buildings, which will house about 100 faculty members and associate labs, and a central instrumentation facility. So this is the construction in progress. What you see here is the contract was awarded in June, in March, but because of the pandemic, work could start on the lockdowns. When the day the lockdown was lifted, the contractor started in June first week. The contractor started mobilizing, and you can already see the foundation works for the department buildings have been completed. So it's moving at a pretty fast pace. So these are some of the buildings we are building: 2 department buildings, a lecture hall complex which has classrooms from 250 seaters to 120 seaters, 60 seaters, 30 seaters, whole bunch of them. Then the administrative building. All the buildings will have concrete, form finished concrete finishing. That's been the architectural feature that we're going to try to bring out. So all these buildings, some of these buildings, for example, the department block 1, we're trying to get it ready by December 2021 so that we can move in most of our faculty into the campus and most of the labs into the campus. The rest of the buildings we're hoping to finish by the summer of 2022. We are building a large central instrumentation facility, over 30,000 square feet, 3,000 square meters, which will have all the facilities to set up all the high-end instrumentation. And we have the funding already lined up for all the procuring equipment for this. So as the building comes up, will be the high-end microscopes and SEMS and all these kinds of equipment. We are also building 168 apartments, 80 faculty apartments, and 88 for staff. Two more hostels, which will add another 1,000 rooms, 500 each hostel of 500 rooms, a central dining building. So all these are under progress. For example, the residential buildings, some of them foundation work is already done. They're starting the superstructure work. One of the hostels foundation is already done.